the bustling city of Baghdad, during the golden age of the Abbasid Caliphate, there lived a wealthy merchant named Abdul al-Rashid. Abdul was renowned for his vast trade empire dealing in silk, spices, and precious gems. His caravans stretched from the deserts of Arabia to the shores of the Mediterranean, earning him both respect and envy. Yet, for all his wealth and prestige, Abdul harbored a secret that weighed heavily on his heart. Years ago, during his youth, Abdul had fallen in love with a woman of humble origins named Layla. She was a seamstress, known for her skill and grace, but their love was forbidden by societal expectations. Abdul, under pressure to marry within his social rank, eventually left Layla and their newborn son, Omar, to preserve his reputation. Fearing the ruin of his standing in society, he provided Layla with a modest allowance and a promise never to reveal the truth about Omar's lineage. Omar grew up in a modest home, unaware of his father's identity. Layla raised him with love and taught him the values of honesty, hard work, and humility. Though their life was simple, Omar's curiosity and determination set him apart. He spent his days learning the art of weaving from his mother and assisting local traders in the marketplace, absorbing the intricacies of commerce and negotiation. Unbeknownst to him, his sharp mind and natural leadership were traits inherited from Abdul. As years passed, Abdul's empire flourished, but his personal life remained clouded by guilt. The secret of his son gnawed at him, especially as he watched his legitimate children grow up without the virtues he admired in Omar. They were accustomed to luxury and lacked the resilience and resourcefulness that Omar displayed. However, Abdul remained silent, trapped by his fear of scandal and the expectations of society. Fate took a turn when Abdul's business began to falter. A series of poor investments and unforeseen calamities, including a devastating fire in one of his warehouses, brought his empire to the brink of collapse. Desperate and humiliated, Abdul sought solutions but found little help from his peers, who had once flattered him. His legitimate heirs, unprepared for hardship, failed to rise to the occasion. Abdul's vast wealth, which once seemed unshakable, now dwindled rapidly. Word of Abdul's troubles spread throughout Baghdad, eventually reaching Omar. By this time, Omar had grown into a skilled trader in his own right, managing a small but prosperous business. Though he still did not know of his father's identity, Omar felt compelled to help the struggling merchant who had once been a distant figure of admiration in his childhood. Omar approached Abdul, offering his expertise and a willingness to assist in rebuilding the crumbling empire. Intrigued by the young man's confidence and reputation, Abdul accepted his help, unaware of their shared blood. Omar's innovative strategies and tireless efforts soon began to yield results. He introduced efficient trading practices, negotiated favorable deals, and revitalized Abdul's network of merchants. The business slowly regained stability, and Abdul's respect for Omar deepened with each passing day. It was during this period of recovery that Abdul's secret unraveled. Layla, now gravely ill, decided it was time for Omar to know the truth. She revealed his parentage, urging him to confront Abdul and seek closure. Torn between anger and compassion, Omar hesitated. He had admired Abdul from afar, but the revelation of his abandonment stung deeply. Eventually, Omar confronted Abdul, not with accusations, but with a calm and measured recounting of the truth. Abdul was stunned, his facade of composure crumbling under the weight of his guilt. He admitted his failings, his voice trembling with remorse, and pleaded for Omar's forgiveness. Omar, guided by the values his mother had instilled in him, chose to forgive Abdul, recognizing the burden of guilt his father had carried all these years. With their bond restored, Omar and Abdul worked together to rebuild the merchant's empire. Omar's influence brought not only financial success, but also a renewed sense of purpose to Abdul's life. The elder merchant began to embrace honesty and humility, acknowledging his past mistakes and seeking to mend relationships with all his children. In time, Abdul publicly acknowledged Omar as his son. The admission, though met with initial scandal, ultimately earned Abdul greater respect. People admired his courage to face the truth and the unity it brought to his family. Omar's presence became a source of strength and inspiration, transforming the once fractured household into a thriving example of redemption and resilience. The story of Abdul and Omar became a legend in Baghdad, serving as a reminder of the power of truth and the enduring bonds of family. It taught that no matter how painful, facing one's mistakes with honesty and humility could pave the way for healing and unity. In the twilight of his years, Abdul often reflected on the lessons he had learned. He realized that his wealth and reputation, though important, were fleeting compared to the enduring legacy of integrity and love. Omar, now a respected leader in his own right, continued to uphold these values, ensuring that the story of the merchant's secret son remained a beacon of hope and wisdom for generations to come.